Welcome to Drum and Drummer, a podcast focused on drums, drumming and drummers. I'm George Pickering and that's Ben Winty, and we are both professional drummers in this business we call music. So stick around and join us as we pass the time whilst trying to stay in time. Our eyes were both glazing. Like 4 Krispy Kremes. Just wobbling to the toilet. Not together. Good morning,
good
listeners.
Great. Never know what you're going to say.
Good morning, George. Disclaimer, we're doing this episode in advance. As you probably had to tell, because we will not be covering any current events.
No.
So anything could have happened in the last week.
Yeah.
Anything.
I'd say it's pretty obvious from last week's episode that we were doing this episode in advance, because I kept saying, well, let's save this one for next week and just do another one now, you know? So,
And that is because I'm in Las Vegas.
When are you going again?
So I'm going on this Saturday.
As in, when the episode drops?
When the episode drops, that's my last day there. And then I get home Friday.
Also, IRL, you're going this Saturday.
IRL,
right
I'm going
now,
this Saturday.
Talking to you.
When this comes out, I'll be home tomorrow. So, as you're listening to this, a married man.
Yeah.
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 That playable toy has been taken off the shelf and has been taken home. Just a toy. I was thinking of a toy shop. That desirable toy has been the last one in stock, purchased, wrapped up, bagged, receipt in bag, or emailed. Email a receipt these days and taken home to be played with. One lucky lady.
Yeah, big time. Yeah. Well, that's great. Well done.
Thank you very much.
I
hope I've had a good time. I'm sure I have. Hey, do you want to check this out? So, I mean, you can see right behind me. So we've started packing because we're doing this before we go. So I'd like to start getting things organised early. There's a lot to think about, and not just with any holiday. There's a lot of things to think about. We got the luxury now of having a spare bedroom that we can designate as the packing room. So, a couple of things.
The what room?
Packing.
Oh, if we said something else.
So, one, boring stuff. All admin, printed, yeah?
Oh, fuck.
It's all saved in an email folder. It's all in the Dropbox. Yeah, all downloaded offline.
Got ya.
Hard copies as well, yeah?
Yeah, I love that.
Can't be too careful. So, but, do you want to see my shoes?
Obviously.
Because, not only packing for holiday, packing for a wedding, baby. So I've got my wedding outfit, which is unworn. Well, the shirt's worn, but I've not worn it since I've decided I'm wearing that for the wedding, because I don't want to accidentally spill bubblegum juice or cookie crisp or Pop-Tarts or ice pops or something, childlike food or drink, Capri Sun, jungle juice, any of that sort of stuff. I don't want to do that.
Bongo.
Yeah. Bongo, But I've got a white T-shirt to underneath. Purchase, not worn. I'm leaving these things crisp, yeah? White socks, fresh, crisp, unworn. So I got my outfit. I got some smart shorts. But I got my shoes, yeah? Have I told you about my shoes?
No, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Bear with me.
Cool.
Right, Nikes, isn't it? By Nike? No, by me.
That was a glory hole.
Yeah.
What's...
Nike by Ben. That's me.
Wow.
Yeah. Giving away my shoe size there, 10.5 UK.
Yeah. Same as me.
So open these bad boys up. So they're custom, but they're not meant or anything. So I got some nice Nike shoes, yeah. Check that out.
That's very cool.
Got our initials stitched in the back, innit?
Yeah. Love that. Amazing.
Just a little something special.
Yeah.
So, lots planned. I'll tell you what, I will be able to talk about it when I get back, but yesterday I sorted out, I want to do, we're getting married, yada, 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 but it's not just that, it's also my holiday, and I have a drum podcast, yeah? So I like to try and do something drum-related, like drum shop, We obviously had Dan from Daytona Beach Drum Center, he came on the podcast, all that, bit of networking, and it's just nice, isn't it, see what the rest of the world are doing. Now, is there a drum shop in Las Vegas? Not really. Not like a specific drum shop. However, there's something called the Las Vegas Drum Room, right? And it's this guy called Rudy, and he's in charge of running the Las Vegas Drum Show, which is once a year in March. So we'll go to that one day for a business expense. Thank you, HMRC. But he has this incredibly large, amazing collection of drums at his house. And I just reached out to him and I said, hey, I'm coming over from England to get married. Can I come see your drum collection? Yeah, sure. Here's my address.
Love it.
Here's the gate. Here's the code for the estate. You can come. Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, 10 a.m. Cool. So that'll be really exciting to do that. That's pretty much the first thing we're going to do, really, when we're there. But yeah, getting married. Got lots of fun things. Going to see a show.
Food.
Yes.
What food you having?
What in general on the trip?
No, I don't know. Any places you want to visit?
Yes, Hardstack Grill.
Yeah.
So
obviously.
we're gonna try and go there. One thing I'm really looking forward to is the Neon Graveyard. It's called the Neon Museum, but basically it's in the sort of north bit of Vegas, in the sort of deserty, and it's just all the old Las Vegas casino signs.
Cool. And
we're going when the sun sets, and then they light them all up. So that'd be pretty cool. Food-wise, we've got a table booked at a very nice fancy steak restaurant for the night of the wedding.
Nice.
Nice. In one of I think it's the Park MGM Casino Hotel. We like to try and do a few just sort of traditional American things, Denny's and that. And might try and get an In-N-Out burger somewhere, because we've not had one of them yet in the States. Because they're West Coast, and we've primarily been to the East Coast. Then the day after the wedding, we're going to Universal Studios in LA for a little within holiday honeymoon. So there's lots of cool places to eat in there, that are themed and stuff. But other than that, just enjoy ourselves. So yeah, very much looking forward to that. And I'll
Fantastic.
Explain everything.
Look forward to hearing about it.
When I get back, yeah.
Do you want to hear about my Taylor Swift gig?
I do. Now, the other week, you very graciously treated the listeners to sort of a mini vocal rendition of the entire set list.
Yeah.
And as we found out, a lot of the songs we didn't know.
Yeah. Surprising.
So, my first question, I know you've got something to say. Any songs that you sort of didn't really know that you go, that's a banger?
Yeah. Yeah, there's one. And it's not even like one of her normal songs, as in I think it's one of her more country songs called Better Than Revenge.
Okay.
Great. Brilliant song.
Great.
It's like...
Does she mention what's...
What?
Does she mention what's better than revenge?
Wow, I don't know. No, I probably in the lyrics if you listen, but I wasn't listening. I was focusing on the charts, baby. So let's go through the whole saga, if we will. So first of all, it's like I was a bit stressed about this gig just because there's a lot of new stuff. This year more than ever, I've been very fortunate and, I am very grateful because I've done more new gigs and projects and sessions than I've ever done. But it gets fucking draining after a while. So I think I talked about this a little bit, but it's like, I love the gig. I love when you've done the chart and you play the songs, but actually learning the songs, especially when there's so many, you just, hey man, here's the Dropbox link, learn them. You go, oh my God. Because I have to break it down so much, and I won't bang on about it too much, but yeah, my process is I'll listen to it once and don't do anything.
Active
I'll
listening.
listen to it again, active listening, and then I'll write just like intro verse, whatever, and then I'll write the bars, and then but you're doing that, and you're like, I've got to do that 30 times, and then you have to, So I was a bit like, I wonder how it's going to go, because I hadn't met the band either. I'd met the singer a few times at these festivals,
Taylor Swift,
but that was about it. Yeah, exactly. But so I got a lift from Jacob, who was the keys and MD in the band, keys player and MD, and he was quite a bit younger than me, and it was like it's noticeable how much younger a 24-year-old is to a 30-year-old in musician terms. So he lives in Salisbury, so I drove up to him, and then he drove us to Cornwall, and
classic through Salisbury, A303, isn't it? Standard.
Yeah,
past Stonehenge.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah,
Just some rocks next.
Exactly. But we did the long drive, and we were chatting the whole time, and he was great. And we get to the gig, and the other two members of the band were both like 23, 24, and it's just they're all lovely lads, but it's just like God, you guys are so much younger. Do you know what I mean? But it wasn't just that, but actually playing the Freshers event itself, it was like being at a school disco. I was like, Jesus, I am 30 years old now, because it's like, I looked at these, they must have, mate.
You're the creepy old man.
Uni,
You're the creepy old man.
But that was it. I was like, there's no way I could even, to get into that, but like talk to any of them and feel like I'm the same sort of age, because it's just like, oh my God, these are kids, you know? But even the band, like, so the band, there was just a lot of differences in terms of like, and I think I might have vaguely talked to you about this. I can't remember. I spoke to Neil about it, but it's the thing of, our time was meant to be 9 till 10 is when we were playing, and we had a long drive to get to the hotel we were staying in that night, and the organizer was like, could you do a bit later, because no one really came in last night when we had an ABBA tribute until like 10, and they were like, yeah, of course, yeah, anything, man, yeah, it's all good, you know. And then they'd come over to us, the rest of us, and be like, oh, fucking, I wish we could say so. I wish we could not do that. And I was like, well, we could still just go on at night, you know, that is the contract, you know. But anyway, we went on at 10, and then their ethos was like, well, we've gone on so late that we may as well have a pint afterwards, you know what I mean? And so I packed down in record time, and they're all just, you know, off drinking or whatever. And it was fine, because I was thinking, I ain't got to drive, and we're going to a hotel. I'm just going to get in the car and when they're all done. But it was like, this is polar opposites to my gig on Saturday with Neil, where he's like, right, it's music off at 11:30. I want to be on the road 11:35, you know what I mean? And but the gig itself was a lot of fun, because it was in this Freshers Hall. It was like the uni hall or whatever.
What uni
But the
was
drums
it?
sounded Falmouth.
Okay. One of the big
Quite away.
six.
Yeah. Well, do you know what was depressing?
Cambridge,
when we were,
Oxford, Durham,
Yeah.
Falmouth.
Falmouth.
You know,
yeah.
it's on all the top lists, surely.
Well, what was depressing is like, because, you know, I went to uni in Brighton. You
Probably
went
get a
to uni in
surfing
London.
degree there.
Yeah, big time. But you know how, I assume when you went out in London, you could just go out, you know? It's like, point being, we went out to get some food before we did the gig. And when we came back, it was about 200, 300 students all queuing to get a bus to go into town. And I was like, I'd hate that. I'd hate to be at a uni where, because it was like, once you got to uni, you're like, there's nothing around here. Like, it's like, to get a bus to go on a night out. Fuck that. I want to be in the city if I'm at uni. But anyway, the gig itself was great. All to track, all clicks, all cues as well. Verse, 2, 3, 4, that sort of shit. But also, I can't remember last time if indeed I've had this much, but I don't think he really needed it. I think he just liked having it. The MD Jacob had a talkback mic, you know. I don't think he needed it. Was all he'd say was just like, right, shake it off, straight in. You know, I was like, I know that, but it was.
Someone said this, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone said this, and I want to go home. Yeah. So.
Exactly.
Thanks for the gig, but.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it was. But my drumming felt good. I did break a stick, which was weird because I haven't broken a stick in years.
What tune was that on?
I don't know, but it just. I was like, oh my God, and I was so shocked that I'd broken it. But the rim sounded great.
Was it rim shot?
No, I think it was my right hand. My right hand on a cymbal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but my kit sounded great. The Gretsch, the kick sounded amazing. I was like, thank God for that, because hit and miss. But if you've got a good sound engineer and a good system, it's like it is a good sounding drum at the end of the day. It's like but the gig was great, and it was funny. You know, it's like these freshers who were really loving it. You know, but here's something that I found interesting. After the gig, Jacob and I drove back to the hotel. The hotel was right by Glastonbury, so that's still a 2.5 hour drive to get there. I think the Stinger booked it because she lives somewhere in London, so it's like that was like halfway, you know. And she booked like room for herself, and then one for and then 2 double rooms or whatever. And me and Jacob just went, right, we'll share a room. And I thought, in this weird, do you know what I mean? I met this guy this morning. And I was sharing a hotel room. To, like, the life of being a musician.
There's only really one other industry I can think of where that's quite common, and that's prostitution.
Yeah.
Where you will hotel for one night, spend the night with a stranger.
Yeah.
You know, that or in a band.
Yeah.
It's not normal, yet when you're doing it, it's fine. It's
He's just
we'll share.
stripping off. All right, yeah, no, I've yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is in his boxers. You know what I mean? But it's like at no point was that weird. It was just like, oh yeah, you know, just both and
the sex was uncomfortable, but you know.
But when you're a dep, but I is this part
anything
of
for a gig? Yeah, is this?
Yeah. I know you'll do anything for a gig, George, but this is mental. No, you're hungry. But then the next morning we all went for a coffee. And then got on the road. Even that seemed like a young person thing to do. Do you know what I mean? Rather than like, right, I'll just stop in the services, get something, and then.
Here's a question. This might determine. What time did you get up? What time did you get up? What time? Not you, but what time did the band get up? What time?
Oh wow, that is a good question. It's separate things. So he was sort of up at like 9, and I was sort of woken up to him sort of having a shower or something. You know. No. But then
Morning,
I think we
George.
Yeah.
Just shaking it off.
But we had to get out. Well, we were trying
to cruel summer. Is that her?
We're trying to get shake it off. We're trying to get the other ones up, and they weren't answering their phone. And I was thinking, well, we've come together, not in that way. Me and you, Jacob. I was like,
we've come together, so we're ready for a coffee. Yeah.
But anyway, we waited for the whole band. Then we all went for a Starbucks and just kind of chatted there for like half an hour. I'm like, there's no way a band my age or older would be. I don't know, unless you're like on an actual tour. But it's like it's not like we're heading to the next thing we're heading to is home. So it's like, let's just get there, you know. Yeah. But it was fun. It was cool. But as I said, between me and you and all our listeners, the idea of doing the gig was to get in the good books. And then next year when she does festivals, double bubble, baby, you know, if she gets booked with a band. But I did think, all the times I've seen her, she was never actually with a band. So I don't know if it's actually going to work out. She was always with just 2 dancers. And I can't dance. But anyway.
I've seen video evidence that you can dance from your...
Which one? Which video
in Mallorca.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is true.
Bloody like you had like a show reel. So like drumming at this gig, country festival, confetti cannons going off in the studio. You got your cap on and all that, and then just you do the little dance on stage, just for a second, and it goes back to sorry, what was that? Actually showing the whole gambit, the whole George Pickering laid out bare, ready to fuck. Yeah. Good.
Anyway, so it was a busy, long weekend, to be fair. Cornwall on Thursday, your stag Friday.
Oh, well, I've got a question about the stag
Exeter Saturday.
I've got a question. Going back to my stag do. You arrived slightly sloshed. Our eyes were both glazing. Like 4 Krispy Kremes. Just wobbling to the toilet. Not together. You're in a lovely Zildjian cap. So, I have some questions. One, where did you get it?
Graham Russell's.
When you went the other day?
No. A few weeks before, actually. I'd lost my favourite baseball cap at a festival, a Fezzy, and I was in Graham Russell's, and I was buying some stuff. I can't remember if it was the time where I got distracted and bought a symbol. It might have been a time after that. But I saw this hat. It was like 28 quid, which is a lot for a hat. But I thought, well, let's try it on. I was like, it's quite...
it is nice, this, really nice. Yeah. Okay, so you wore it... did you wear it with any sort of thought other than, I just want to wear a hat tonight?
Just want to wear a hat tonight. No, I don't really put any thought into what I dress, you know? Sort of put on the clothes that my servant leaves for me.
Yeah, great.
No,
lovely hat. Really nice hat.
Oh yeah. No, well, I mean, I was out already before that. I did when I turned up, I did think,
Double bubble.
Yeah. We're both drummers, so that makes sense.
Yeah,
that's what you're.
Just in case people are confused whether I do have a drum podcast or not.
Yeah,
it is me. Yeah. It is the other half of drummer. Yeah,
so. Exactly.
Great.
Is that it? Hat questions?
No, I mean, just wanted to the hat. I just remembered the hat.
It's a good hat, yeah.
Because I was at the Guinness Haze.
Yeah. What did you have curry-wise?
I had a tikka masala.
Tikka
masala. We had kebab starters, mixed kebab starters, tikka masala. I shared a peshwari naan. Shared some special rice and had some onion bhajis and some sago
Nice.
It's fucking brilliant. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. The toilet did pay for the sins of the past the following day. Absolute casserole down there. Anyway.
Yeah.
Can I move on?
Please.
So, Little Piggy Studios.
Oh, yeah.
It's up and running, baby. It's
Yeah.
up and running. So, the day of the stag before. So, where did we leave it before? 2 weeks ago. I had the issues with the preamps, right?
Yeah.
Didn't work. Redundant. Okay. So I ordered myself a couple of Focusrite Scarlets, 18i12, 4th gens. Yeah, to get the 16 channels. Set them up. One didn't work. I think I told you that one didn't work. So now I found a solution to buy an 8-channel Octo Pre, which is just a preamp which connects to the Focusrite, to the interface. So that arrived. So I'm sort of 2 days later being like, right, now can I test everything? And yes, I got it all working, which was nice. Got everything rooted in Pro Tools, got all the separate headphone sends all sorted. Okay, I think it's all good to go. So yeah, Neil came around Friday, the day of the stag, and we mic'd up the drum kit. We mic'd the whole fucker up. Let's test everything out. And it all went very well. And what did we learn? So I bought some more equipment. I bought some mic stands and I bought some various other bits and bobs. But you kind of, once you start testing it out, you want to be like, do I need more? Do I need less? But one thing we actually wanted to try this time, was just to save a bit of room in the live room, was actually to use clip-on clips for the mics, for the toms. So I bought these ones from K&M that have these like insulation dampening little bits in them, just bits of rubber. So we tried them. Yeah, great, cool. Can put the tom mics on them, saves a few stands. What else did we learn? So the live room itself, it's always a bit of a risk. What's it going to sound like? Obviously we know the soundproofing is brilliant. Live sounds good, man. Drums sound very good in it. Very happy with that. The new microphone sounded great. We were just using that to capture some ambient. So we did the test, and it was like, well, what are we going to test? Yeah, I could just play drums. Sure. That's always better with a bit of music. Am I right? So what I did was, I thought, I've got to learn Mountains by Biffy Clyro for a wedding in a few weeks. So let's record that. I charted it out the day, a couple of days before. I'd done a acoustic version for a first dance a couple of months ago. And I was like, it's probably the same. I probably charted out. It's fine. Nah, drums are really different. So I had to do the full version. And if you know Mountains by Biffy Clyro, it's a great song, but the verses switch between 4/4 and 7/8 every bar. So it's a little fiddly. And I wanted to learn everything properly. So Neil was miking up the kit. I was like, wouldn't it be cool if I could do that? So I'll just try and download like a drumless track. Of course, I found one on some really dodgy Russian website. But I got that without the drums. And so I got the BPM, mapped the thing out and everything. I was doing all the time signature changes. I was like, I could have picked something in 4/4, but and I got all that. So yeah, I tracked myself doing playing Biffy Clyro. I put a little clip up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a video. It might already be on the Instagram of me playing with just the raw desk audio and then sync it to the video. So no mixing or anything, just this is what it sounds like. So yeah, that was pretty good. I've ordered some other stuff as well. I was like, I think I needed just a couple more little mic stands. Because I got my new drum stool, the same one as I gig with, just so I got one in the studio, one for gigs. What else have I ordered? I've ordered myself a bass guitar.
Cool.
Yeah. Because I want to do stuff for myself, and I've had a few hand-me-downs with guitars and bass. So I want to get. I've ordered the same bass that Neil's got because it's just really good and it's quite cheap. It's an Ibanez. But I want to get a guitar as well. And when I was a kid, I had a Yamaha Pacifica. That was my first proper guitar, and I really liked it. And I got rid of it years ago. And I want to just sort of almost complete the loop. and buy another Yamaha Pacifica and just have that as my guitar in the studio. And I found one which has like the light fretboard, because I prefer the light fretboard, and it's a light pink body. And I thought that would go nicely with the studio.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was like, yeah, everything's tested. This is great. It all works. I can have a nice sort of chilled week next week before Vegas, and just get some admin-y things sorted. So I've been like building the website. Got a first draft of that running. Just migrating emails over to new emails, shutting down Blacksmith stuff, getting Little Piggy up and running. And but out of the blue, someone we used to work with years ago, who subsequently moved back up north, who I did some drumming before, got in touch. I was like, I don't even think he knew Blacksmith had closed or we had the new place or whatever. And he was like, hey, can you guys do some drums for our album? We just want drums, live drums on 4 tracks. And it was like, yeah, we can do that. Priced it up. Yep, they're happy. So hopefully we're going to do that in October. And then he said, oh, in the meantime, we've got some big gigs coming up. One of our tracks has a backing track with MIDI drums, but we'd really like it to be live drums. Can you do that next week? And it was like, yeah. So we tested everything on Friday. So actually, when we're recording this morning, I did the first paid session work in the studio. Earlier than planned, but was ready to go.
Brilliant.
So it was the first proper, like, this is Little Piggy Studios doing work, me and Neil working together, paid work, the system's in place.
Brilliant.
And all I had to do was walk to the end of my garden.
Yeah.
So I was like, I got up quite early, and then I'm like, I don't need to drive anywhere. Like, I don't need to set a kit up. It's literally still set up and mic'd up from Friday. So Neil turned up, and then it's like, into the studio we went. Did what we normally do. It's done by 12.
Yeah.
Neil took the stems home. Cool. Don't even have to just close the door and walk to the house.
Yeah.
So that was really good, and I think that's what I always had in mind. You know, we've been doing this long, not to like blow our own trumpets, but like we've been doing this long enough. We just have built up a big list of people that we work with, and stuff comes out of the blue, and so it was like, yeah, great, okay, let's start doing it now. So, and then actually, just another band I worked with did an album with them at the Blacksmiths. Literally emailed me last night, and we're like, ready for album number 2? And you're like, pretty much, yeah.
Brilliant.
So sort that out with them for after I'm back from Vegas. So this week as well, I need to reach out to people who I know want to come record and just sort of say like, hey, look, we're open. But yeah, started. Bosh.
Amazing.
Exactly 16 weeks from the last session at the Blacksmiths to the first session at Little Piggy.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Crazy. So yeah, that was really cool. It's really cool to like actually do some work.
Yeah.
And, you know, and to be transparent, get paid, and all that money go to me.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't, I mean, sure, there are some running costs with software subscriptions and things like that, but there's no rent to pay. There's no separate water, separate electricity. So it's like that mindset switch of like, yeah, I charge X amount, they've paid it. You know, Neil's got his cut. The rest of the money, that's essentially like pure profit.
Love it.
It's like, wow, that's really cool. Like that's such a positive. This is why I did it. This is why I did it. And the fact that, and it does feel like I've blinked and we've just done our first proper session in the new studio. So that was really good, really fun.
That's amazing.
And long may it continue.
Yeah, absolutely. Congrats.
So yeah, very happy. Thank you very much. And yeah, and it's like, oh great, yeah. What do I do the rest of my day? Obviously, do some podcasts, but I can just walk up the garden and crack on. So it's brilliant.
Well, now that you're all done, we'll have to have some guests on again.
Yes.
Building up the list, boy. You know.
Yeah, let's do it.
Anyone listening, if there's anyone you want to hear on here, let us know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let us know. Get in touch. drumanddrummerpod@gmail.com, or send us a message onto Instagram, which is drumanddrummerpod@gmail.com. Little Piggy Studios on Instagram as well. Go and check out.
I'm going to say a little win, Abad.
Yeah, go for it.
So everyone's in different places as a musician.
Absolutely.
And there's some things that I hadn't done until this year, which is almost like, really, you've never done that? Oh my god, you loser! No one said that, but it's so I had never played festivals before, you know.
Having
that
a
was
wank
cool.
in public.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I
Tick.
I never played Casablancas in Brighton, but now I am, thanks to James Gillingham. But that was always like a kind of, I'd always like, you know, got up when they did the jam nights and stuff. But it's funny, isn't it? It's like there's no race to do any of those things. But that place was always on the list. And I thought, well, unless I get a band together and focus on playing that place. So if anyone's about in November on the 8th, come down. Because also, actually, you could have a little George tour of the South, because on the 7th, I'm playing at the Factory in Worthing with the Lainey Wilson lot. On the 8th, I'll be at Casablancas. But it was just nice, yeah. But James sent, that was why, I don't know if you remember, I got you to send a video to James, because he'd messaged me when we were in that pub. And he said, hey, man, you up for Casas? And I went, yeah, cool. I said, I am pissed at the moment, so I'll likely say yes to anything. And he was like, what are you doing? Why are you out? And then I was like, and then I filmed you. Do you remember that?
Where? What? When did you film?
Where we were in the pub where we took the photo, and I got you to film a video. Really?
Honestly, can't remember that at all.
I'll send it to you now.
Fucking
right
hell.
now.
I know you took the video in the curry house of me having my little birthday cake.
Oh yeah, that was
treat.
funny. Shall I be?
Everyone's
mother?
singing happy birthday. But
Yeah, that was funny.
yeah.
Let me send it to you now. You'll like this. I think this is where we were both as pissed as we could be.
Yeah. You switch from the Guinness to the Cobras. You know,
This wasn't
exactly
even the
what I'm
curry
wearing.
house. This was, I think, this is the last pub we went to before we went to the curry house.
Oh, Phoenix. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, there you go. I've sent it to you. Have a watch.
Watch it now.
Yeah, have a watch now, and then we can discuss it. And I may post it on the pod. I may not.
I remember putting your hat on, but I didn't know when or where I did it. Yeah. Did he reply?
Oh, yeah. What did he say? I can't remember what he said.
I don't remember doing it, but seeing that has made me remember. Do you know what I mean?
He said, ha 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 ha, how many have you both had? Love it. And I just replied, at 1 a.m, too many. 4 hours later.
Too many, baby.
Too many, baby. Yeah,
That's good. You're ticking things off your list, mate. What is there anything else? What else is on the
Good
list?
question.
Apart from just bigger venues. What's any specific? I like the specific.
Any venues in particular?
Well, or just what specific goals.
I think I'd like to do a tour of some sort. That's another thing that I've just not done. Do you know what I mean? And then it's sort of like, yeah. And then I can be like, I've got tour next week. Do you know what? One of the guys in the band is doing that. But it is the way some people do it. Like, oh yeah, I've got tour, so I can't do that because got tour. And I'm like, I don't know why it annoys me.
Got a tour. You got a tour.
Yeah, you're going on tour.
Going on tour. Got a tour.
Stop making it a verb.
Maybe is it a young person thing?
I don't. Maybe it is. Maybe it is a young person thing.
Yeah.
I've got tour that week.
But sometimes you see people's tours, like, I'm not slagging anyone off because go for it. But June tour is like 3 days and then a week off and then one gig. And it's not a tour, it's just your gigs in June. You know.
Someone I used to know, let's put it that way, once said Jan to Feb tour. And it was Jan the 31st till Feb the 2nd. I was like, you can't say Jan till Feb, you know?
What does he write instead? That's the thing. What do you write? Late winter tour?
Yeah, exactly.
Tour?
It's not a tour,
or
it's 3 days.
Weekend of gigs.
Weekend of gigs, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it does sound cooler to say
gig,
tour.
mate.
What do I want to do? Let's not bang on about it too much. I think a tour would be good. I think that's the goal. That's the next goal. But yeah, I do like ticking off certain venues and be like, oh, cool. Like Casas, that's weirdly quite a big deal for me to do that. So that'd be cool. And then, I don't know. Ali Pally, something like that. I don't know. Let's just go big.
Yeah, it's the next step. Yeah.
If I'm in my backbeat era, I want to be in a room that complements loud backbeats. So,
Sweet backbeat. Yeah, backbeats are the best.
Anyway,
get all the time.
Will that do?
That'll do, won't it? Yeah. Thanks for listening as always, people. I'm sure I'm having a lovely time in Las Vegas, and I will tell you all about it when I'm back next week.
Back, baby. Rock and roll. baby.
Rock and roll, baby. Thanks for listening. I can't wait to gobble you up, Daddy. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Is that? Bye.
Thank you for listening to Drum and Drummer. You can find us on Instagram at Drum and Drummer Podcast. And you can send us an email to drumanddrummerpod@gmail.com. Remember, just pick up the sticks and twat it.